President Biden making a big bet on the NFL's opening week.
Today, inflation is down to 3%, unemployment the lowest in decades.
The Biden campaign is making a big ad buy targeting battleground states during tomorrow night's NFL season opener between the Kansas City Chiefs and Detroit Lions. The new ad, part of a bigger $25 million months-long push focusing on the president's economic record. Niall Stanage is here, White House columnist for The Hill. Hi, Niall. You know, this ad certainly hyping up the president's Bidenomics, but quite the disconnect. So first, we have our NewsNation Decision Desk HQ poll just recently finding that almost all respondents, 91%, say they're somewhat concerned or very concerned about inflation. 40% of them saying they're worse off financially than they were a year ago. Then you have the Wall Street Journal poll that just came out saying 59% of Americans disapprove of the president's handling of the economy. The White House continues to deflect, but can the administration really exist on these talking points and rest again on the reality that a lot of voters think of President Biden as the lesser of two evils when it comes to voting in 2024?
So the hope is that the ad can get past talking points into the substance of what the White House believes is a record to be proud of and a record that maybe they feel voters are not fully aware of. Inflation, for example, is now just above 3%, having peaked at 9%, 9.1% to be exact. Last year, the president also talks about his job creation record. But you'd point out those poll ratings, Adrienne, and to me that suggests that the scars inflicted by inflation last year have not gone away at all and continue to affect or define public attitudes toward the economy. And that's bad news for the president.
Well, our NewsNation Decision Desk poll also finding 62% of those surveyed say the country is on the wrong track, whether it's about crime, political divisions, education. Arguably, we could say they've all worsened over the past few years. Is Bidenomics really the president's only go-to point right now to convince independent voters to support him?
If you talk to his team, they say no, and they highlight two other issues in particular. One is the issue of abortion or reproductive choice. We have seen Republicans fare worse than expected in elections since the Supreme Court struck down Roe versus Wade last year. The president's team believe that has real capacity to move those independent voters that you're talking about. The other thing that the president's team highlights is what they consider threats to democracy from former President Trump and from what they brand the extreme MAGA wing of the Republican Party. So it's those two issues plus the economy that they believe provides a path to re-election.
Well, between Biden and Trump, are you ready for some football? President Trump reportedly heading to this weekend's Iowa State football game. And is this a strategy with politicians that we've seen before? I mean, don't football fans usually tune out political messages while trying to have a good time?
Well, they do on one hand, but I think what both former President Trump and President Biden are looking for here is the broad audience that comes with football, whether that's in-person games or on television. The NFL season opener last year, Adrienne, got slightly short of 22 million viewers. There's basically nothing else on television that comes close to those numbers. So I think for that reason, it is perceived as a vehicle through which you can get a political message out to people who, frankly, are not going to tune into the day-to-day dramatics of what exactly the latest twist is on Capitol Hill and therefore reach more persuadable voters.
Well, it'd be nice. I think all of us are waiting to see if anything positive or anything surprising in a making progress way is going to come up in the next several months, rather than it just being same old, same old. But we'll keep our fingers crossed.
We never like things being same old, Adrienne. We
no,
try to improve matters.
Not in any category of life. Niall Stanage.
Exactly.
You're never same old, same old. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.